Hi, do you know why your life often feels so awful and miserable? Because most of the part of our life we strive to fit into parental expectation, friends' expectation, and societal expectations, and so on. Just rethink calmly. We keep repeating the cliche all the time in our head. What if I don't get job at a certain age? What if I don't get married at a certain age? What if I don't get these particular CGPA or marks in my boards? Whatever age you are at this time, we always try to fit in कि हाँ, ये एक सर्टेन एज होती है, इस टाइम पे हमारी जॉब लग जानी चाहिए, ये एक सर्टेन एज होती है, इस टाइम पे हमारी सर्टेन चीज़ें लाइफ में हो जानी चाहिए. आई नो दैट्स गुड थिंग, बट वॉट इफ अगर ऐसा नहीं होता है तो यू स्टार्ट टू ब्लेम योर सेल्फ. यू जस्ट ट्राई टू फिट इन कि हाँ नहीं ऐसा ही होना चाहिए, अगर ऐसा नहीं होता है देन आई माई लाइफ इज़ नॉट वर्दी. एंड यही चीज़ें हम बार बार रिप्ले करते रहते हैं हमारे माइंड में, बिकॉज वी आर अ पार्ट ऑफ सोसाइटी एंड वी वॉन्ट टू फिट इन टू दैट सोसाइटल जोन. हम ये भी कहते हैं कि सक्सेस की या लर्निंग की कोई एज नहीं होती, बट स्टिल वी वॉन्ट टू फिट इन. डीप डाउन your voice is screaming from inside to not follow certain principles, to not follow certain rules, to not follow certain things, because these things, these rules, these principles don't align with your true self. For instance, you don't want to join a certain course, you don't want to join a certain job, maybe you don't want to get married, but your parents or society insist you to do that thing. You end up indulge yourself into that thing. Seriously, have you completely lost the plot before taking this decision? Kid you not, guys, I know taking stand for yourself is painful to that extent. Society, your family members maybe called you selfish, can humiliate you. You might become a curse in the eyes of society, in the eyes of your families, because you don't see yourself to fit in. If you are someone who finds yourself to not fit in, not into spirituality, religion, um, friends, society in general, your authentic self is not a sickness, it is the most powerful thing within yourself. From our birth, we all are programmed to think in a certain way. We all try to fit into society out of the fear of um, rejection and alienation. We crave for acceptance so that we can form better human connections. I remember my own story of fit in. When I used to be a girl who used to fit in, my father admitted me into a convent school that used to have a good reputation in our town. I was a little bit scared, honestly, about making new friends. So on my very first day, um, I felt left out for few hours, maybe about 1 to 2 hours, and I was very insecure. I was trying to talk, but no one, like very few girls was giving me the attention. And almost after 1 hour, 2 to 3 girls came and talked to me during the lunch time. And where I felt like, oh, I was like, that's where I trying to fit in. But today I am not that type of girl. I took a completely U-turn from my pre-existing notions, my pre-existing beliefs. How come a, a snake release its old skin? That's how we humans are. When we grow up in life, we release our old layers, our old notions, or maybe our old beliefs. Why there is a need to blindly follow everything and anything that don't make sense? What is the need? Is there any need to blindly follow what society or maybe the people around us are following? Why you want to be the part of that rat race? When you understand that most people are living a certain lifestyle just because they don't want to disappoint their parents, they want to establish better human connections for the sake of acceptance by the society, by their friends, by their family, get agree upon others' opinion, others' beliefs. Education system. We all go through same education system. Our so-called education system teach us how to think or believe like someone else. That is in our textbook. And let your creativity, your constructive thinking burn to ashes. Traditional schooling never teaches us how to think and acknowledge your true, authentic self. All of you must be aware of Rabindranath Tagore. That man did not get his primary education in that formal setup like school. Our tutor used to come to teach him at home. In spite of fitting in, he chose a different path and become a well-known poet and writer. And there are innumerous amount of examples. So if you think that you don't fit in, there is no need to worry. You are not doing what others are doing. Maybe you are currently at the age of 35 and you are not doing anything. Maybe you want to do something different in your whatever our society in general don't think as a middle class. We don't want to take risk in our life. Either we want to follow a formal education, mean of education to get government jobs, or we want to do things that with less risk can give us a better output, because we are middle class, we can't take those risks, है ना? So if you think these type of things from within, you are a person that don't fit in because you think something different. We can't be same. No one can't be same. We all are different human beings with different personalities, different beliefs, principles, and aura. No one can be same, but our society, our surrounding compel us to think in a certain way, because thinking out of box is a sin. You can't take risk in your life. Acceptance. Accept your authentic self. Here comes our most important point. Accept your authentic self. What actually authenticity means? Someone who is genuine and real. It's about not being a copy of someone or something. But how could we ever be sure that this isn't a copy of someone or something? When you start listening to your inner voice, what makes you happy at the end of the day? What makes you excited to do certain thing? Open pragmatic faculties of your mind and just let go those things, those beliefs, those systems that don't follow your personality, your identity, your beliefs. Inculcate yourself with your authentic identity. When your mind try to caution that belief, that notion, you are having that constructive identity. Fitting in compromise our intelligence, our true nature, and our uniqueness. I read a poem of Rabindranath Tagore that was written in Bengali, but I read its Hindi translation. वहाँ पे वो उन्होंने बोला कि when your family when your family members don't expect much from you, जब आपके परिवार वाले बहुत ज़्यादा आपसे एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते हैं और आपकी बहुत ज़्यादा वैल्यू नहीं करते हैं, that moment is the biggest blessing. कैसे? जब वो आपसे बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा आपकी वैल्यू नहीं करते हैं, आपको ह्यूमिलेशन मिलता है, आपको एलिनेटेड फील होता है, then it becomes a huge blessing because now there is no one to question you, there is no one to expect. Now you can freely follow your dreams, you can freely pursue your dreams. Just remember, your authentic self is not your weakness, it is the most powerful thing within you. Just embrace it, value it, and देखना जब तुम खुद वैल्यू करोगे ना उस चीज़ की, तो people will come and value. You don't need to fit in, the society will fit in within your world one day. Don't try to fit in to others expectation, in others nature. हम most of the time, देखो बहुत बार हम हाइड करते हैं अपने ऑथेंटिक सेल्फ को फ्रॉम पीपल, फ्रॉम फ्रेंड्स, फ्रॉम आवर पार्टनर, जस्ट टू फिट इन टू देयर एक्सपेक्टेशन. बट वन डे, एक दिन तो वो अंदर से भी ट्रू सेल्फ बाहर आएगी, उसको आना ही है. बिकॉज हाउ लॉन्ग यू विल हाइड योर ऑथेंटिक सेल्फ? यू कांट. कभी ना कभी हमारी ट्रू सेल्फ बाहर निकल के आती है, उसको आना ही है. जस्ट रिकॉग्नाइज इट, एम्ब्रेस इट एंड फॉलो इट विदाउट थिंकिंग कि लोग क्या सोचेंगे, बिकॉज कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. दैट्स इट, एंड आई होप यू लाइक द वीडियो. इफ यू find anything useful, please let me know in the comment section. Let's meet in another video. Till then, bye bye, take care.